Hey guys, my name is May and I wanted to do a little about me video, kind of my relationship with games and what I'm wanting to do with this channel. So, um, I played games when I was quite young. Like I had a Game Boy, I had a Game Boy Advance, I had a DS. I would play Mario, I would play like a lot of the do you remember that like early 2000s when there would be a lot of like Disney games, a lot of like just that was the thing. It would be like there was an animated movie and here is the game. So I played a lot of those like Finding Nemo, like SpongeBob, um, Animal Crossing, Nintendogs. I had a Wii. But I did not come from a family of gamers. I think my mom used to play Street Fighter when she was a kid. My dad just didn't really play, and my sister is she's quite girly. She just gaming was just not for her. So I didn't actually grow up with a console at all. I didn't have a PlayStation. I didn't have an Xbox. We had like our old desktop. I would play like Nancy Drew games, kind of like Freddy Fish, like way back when. But yeah, I didn't really get super into games other than kind of like your basic. Like everyone had a Wii. Like everybody had a Wii. That was just the way it was. But I didn't really get heavily into games until like early high school. And a lot of that was because my friend groups, they just weren't into gaming. Like I really liked watching YouTubers. I remember watching Markiplier, like playing Amnesia, like that long ago. And I did it on my own. I just didn't have friends that gamed. So watching this back, I feel like I'm giving a lot of not like the other girls energy. I'm not trying to. I am like the other girls in many ways. I I truly just felt like I couldn't connect with a lot of my friends about gaming because they honestly couldn't have given less of a shit. I just I picked friends that didn't care. They cared about other things and like they liked to party, I liked to party. I kind of went through a party phase in high school. Um, and that was just gaming was just wasn't considered cool. So there. I feel like I just had to clarify. So for me, I really didn't start gaming until I was using like boyfriend's consoles or like playing their games because I just didn't have any, any consoles or those type of games on consoles on my own. So I kind of my one of my first boyfriends when I was about 14, 15, he had an Xbox. So I literally lived at his house. I played a shit ton of Skyrim. I played like Dishonored. I played Assassin's Creed. And I was loving it. I was obsessed. And I knew that games were really important to me. So I decided after that relationship ended, I was like, I want a game. Like I want a game on my own. I don't care if my friends aren't interested in games. I don't care. Like I don't need a boy to use his controller or use his console. So I ended up buying a gaming laptop. And that was kind of the best I could do at the time. I wasn't going to build a PC. And then I kind of was playing some stuff on my own. Even like I was trying, like when I started dating again, I was trying to get like boyfriends to be into games and they just weren't, other than like COD and like FIFA or like sports games. So I was kind of on my own for that. And then like 2016, I saw the trailer for Overwatch and I was really excited. I did not have a lot of experience in multiplayer games. I was I knew that there was like a free early access weekend. And I think that was like in May. So I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. Like I'm gonna get into it. And I did. I got really into it. So that kind of spiraled into learning how to play on a PC. And then a couple years later, I built my own PC. Okay, I had help. I had help. I didn't build my own PC. I had a friend who knew how to build PCs. So that just opened the doors even more for me. And um, I am a very story driven person. So I was really into RPGs. Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably my favorite game. I loved Prey, the Bioshock series. Dishonored, I guess, is like not really in the same vein, but those type of games I absolutely loved. And now on to my relationship with horror. I have been a big fan of horror my entire life. I read horror. That's pretty much the only type of books I read now. I would watch YouTubers play games when I didn't have a PC. I play games and I watch the movies. I just love horror. I can't describe why it's always resonated with me, but I will just sit and just binge watch like shitty B-rated horror movies. That is just what I like to do. I would rather watch that than like a drama-filled inspirational movie. I would rather be scared than cry from happiness or like some sad traumatic event that happens in a movie. That's just me. So a lot of the games that I do play are scary games, but as I mentioned before, I like a large range of games. So you will probably be seeing a mix of that type of thing. I'm really excited about like Callisto Protocol is coming out. I have a couple smaller scary games that I'd like to play. I'm really excited about God of War 2, but I don't have a PlayStation. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to play it right away, unfortunately. I'm excited that Sony is pushing forward with PC games, but still. So why am I starting this channel in 2022 when it seems like everybody has a YouTube channel? It's something that's been on my mind for years. YouTubers have really gotten me through some really, really difficult times, particularly Inside Gaming and Funhouse were channels that I literally watched every day for years. Like, they fundamentally influenced my humor. They made me feel really good. Like, I owe them a lot, actually. Like, so I always knew, I was always attracted to being a YouTuber, but honestly, I dealt with a lot of insecurities. I'm not pretty enough, I'm not funny enough, I just don't have what it takes. Who is gonna watch me? I still feel that way. That hasn't changed. I still do like 5 takes of my intro because I'm so nervous. I was nervous about doing this video. I kept putting it off because I was just worried. I was just worried about how people would perceive it. So I am working through that, but I'm also kind of at a point in my life where I'm 25. Fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna try, and if I fail, I fail. Like, I'm not here to get rich and be a millionaire, and I just want to be big on YouTube and I want to have a ton of subscribers. That's not really what I'm in it for. I really enjoy playing games. I've really enjoyed recording games, and honestly, I've never had friends in a gaming community before. It's just I just haven't. I haven't connected with people. I don't play a lot of multiplayer games because I don't have people to play with. And that's partially on me. I could reach out to communities and I could try a bit harder, but I just never have. And I thought doing this would be a really good opportunity to try to meet some people and bond over like horror games or just games in general. And that's kind of why I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. It's happening. I am taking a risk. If no one watches, No one watches. I'm still having fun. I'm still enjoying it. And I'm just at a place in my life where this is what I want to do. So I have one subscriber at the moment, and I was so excited. It was this morning. I don't know who it is, but I am ecstatic. That's all I can say. So, um, yeah, I guess that's it. I talked a lot longer than I expected. I didn't expect to blab so much, so I'm sorry. But that is a little bit about me, a little bit about what you might expect from this channel, and I guess that's it really. I am very appreciative if you watched this video through its entirety. I think that is very cool. And I'm just blabbing now. I'm just talking. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. I appreciate it. And I have lots more games that I will be playing in the near future. Have a good day.